I'm Ashton Addison from the Crypto Coin Show, and today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Bart de Bruijn, co-founder of EstateX. Bart, welcome to the show, and thank you for taking the time today.
Yeah, Ashton, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I've heard amazing things about this show, so I'm very blessed and pleasure to be here. So can't wait to tell you guys all about EstateX and how we're going to transform the real estate ownership, investing, and lender market. So can't wait.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here, Bart. And yeah, the real estate industry is a huge industry for decades now, and I'm very excited about how it's moving into the blockchain world. We can talk about the tokenization of it, real world assets. I feel like just since the Bitcoin ETF happened, now institutions are waking up to the potential for blockchain in the traditional finance. And I feel like that's going to trickle down from Ethereum, and then, hey, we need to tokenize the entire stock market, the entire real estate, and also lower the barriers to entry for people that couldn't invest in real estate in the past because they didn't have enough capital or any other reasons. I feel like blockchain is the solution to that. So I'm excited to dive into EstateX. I know you guys are much more than just that as well. So I would love to kick off our conversation to start with just a high level on what is the EstateX platform, what are you and your team working on, and then we can dive into all the details.
100%. So yeah, I mean, first of all, it's very interesting what you just said, because I do not think the institutions are now waking up to what blockchain can do or what tokenization brings, but I think it's more the general public that now really wakes up. I'm not talking about the crypto investors, but more about the Web2 kind of people, or the people that are not investing in any sort of stock, or the regular stock investors, or however you want to call it. Because what we see with all the researchers from State Street and Vanguard and BlackRock, even Larry Fink says it regularly. I think even at Davos, at WEF, that the CEO of Goldman Sachs was talking about tokenization and what it can bring for different kinds of asset classes. So I think people are starting to realize now what tokenization brings. And it's just waiting for that one player within the real estate tokenization market that's going to do it right. We've seen a lot of projects come up. We've seen a lot of projects also fail. But we are going to be, EstateX is going to be the project that does it right this time. And that's going to make the difference, because there is a huge potential in tokenization of these asset classes. Bringing transparency, bringing liquidity, ownership of multiple investors into one asset, a lot of benefits that can bring, and all the researchers confirm that all the asset classes are going digitally, and EstateX will be the first party that has end-to-end regulation within Europe, that has an investor database of over 25,000 people that is able to bring in millions of liquidity. So very excited to tell you all about why EstateX is going to be the party that does it different.
Definitely, I'm very interested. And yeah, I've seen some of the clips of some of these major investors. I'm sure they love real estate, but they have tons of capital to put into major projects. They've made a lot off that. And I like what you said at the beginning there about Web2 people and just everyday retail investors, or people that really they're priced out of real estate. Even in most residential homes, it's like millions in places like Canada where inflation's going wild. How can you even afford to start investing in real estate without having $1 million? How exactly are you and your team helping lower the barriers of entry to start investing in real estate using the tokenization?
Yeah, I mean, we see the world now in really a state of emergency, right? I mean, inflation is going through the roof, rental prices is going through the roof, the price of assets are going through the roof, let alone being able to invest into an asset. It's just incredibly difficult, and especially if you do not have the capital or the credit checks, or the connections to get into this market, is extremely difficult. And we've started EstateX over 4 years ago with the idea of making real estate investing simple, affordable, and accessible for everyone everywhere. Because it's just not fair that the real estate market and asset market in general is reserved for the elite, while the vast majority of people do not have access to it or the capital to enter this market. EstateX will lower the entry barriers from $100. So that means that everyone with $100 is able to invest into real estate, as simple, without any extensive credit checks. So we're going to lower the entry barrier for everyone interested. and make real estate investing for everyone. And not only that, we have a lot of solutions within our ecosystem, such as instant loans, payment cards, to be able to leverage your portfolio, your investment. But not only that, get instant access to finance, enhance trading of real estate. So trading and buying of real estate will not be a matter of of months, but rather a matter of minutes now with EstateX. And we also have a payment card solution. And with that payment card solution, we make real estate investing so liquid that you can eventually pay directly for everyday goods and services, such as fuel and your groceries, with your real estate investments. So we're going to be an all-in-one financing platform, lower the entry barriers, and get everyone onto the property ladder with all kinds of revolutionary solutions for their financial situation. And most important, to create generational wealth for everyone interested.
Wow, that sounds really good. I would love to get a bit of a walkthrough on, say, some of my friends, they have been interested in real estate. They haven't had the capital before to invest, and now they're looking to invest. Say they only have $100, as you mentioned. What is the process? How would that work? You know, I have $100. I come to EstateX, and you're like, and I'm like, I want to invest in real estate. Help me do it.
It's very, very simple. It's one of our slogans that we always preach to everyone interested, and why we're also so proud of our systems, is that we're gonna make real estate investing as simple as ordering something from Amazon. We're actually going to be a mix on our platform between Tinder and Amazon. You can see it like that. It's going to be very, very easy and simple. And it's very easy. Just log onto the platform, you register. Obviously, you have to do KYC beforehand. You got to do the regular checks, no credit checks, but just the KYC. And then after that, it's just swiping through the investment opportunities, put it in your basket, and just order it. It's literally as simple as just ordering something from Amazon.
Wow, no, that actually sounds really fun. Just like swiping through properties, and you're like, yep, invest in that one.
That's
invest
it,
in
right?
that one.
Yeah, you can just swipe out. I don't like this one. This one fits. I'm gonna think about this. You know what I mean? So
yeah, super like those best real estate investments. That's very cool. I love it. And now, do you, as EstateX, you don't consider yourself a real estate company or even a crypto company? You know, where are you sort of positioned in the market as these two industries and multiple industries are merging together?
yeah, I mean, we see ourselves not as a crypto company, not as a real estate company, as you said, but we see ourselves as a lifestyle innovation company. And I'm gonna explain that. It's because of the total package and the total solution that we deliver. We're gonna make real estate investing very, very simple. So everyone interested can get on the property ladder, but at the same time, they can also make use of our other solutions that we have. So instant access to finance. They can trade on the secondary market. We deliver the payment cards, and the payment cards, EstateX Pay, is actually a very revolutionary solution, because you have to think about this. We all know that if you keep your money on the bank, you actually lose money, right? Due to inflation, due to the low interest rates. But at EstateX, you're able to invest into the biggest market worldwide, but make your real estate investment so liquid that you can pay with it. So you can directly pay, like I said, your groceries with your real estate investment. And that means that with our all-in-one solution, we offer people every possibility to reshape their financials and how they manage their financials. So what are you going to do? Are you going to leave your money in the bank knowing that you're going to lose money? Or will you this time invest into real estate, being able to make it so liquid and get instant loans, leverage your portfolio, get instant access to also financial education? This is a very, very big feature that we have within our ecosystem, financial education. We want to educate the masses on financial literacy that currently lacks in schools. How do you manage your investments? How do you use good debt like the rich do, right? The rich do, they don't use their own money to buy assets. They use debt, they loan money from the bank, and that's how they create and leverage their portfolio and create generational wealth. So we're going to put those secrets that are currently reserved to the elite, we're going to put the power back in the hands of the investors and deliver them all the tools on how to do that.
No, I love that. That's part of the thesis of EstateX, because I wish that the school had taught all of that stuff. You sort of have to graduate and then realize, I learned nothing. I have to start from scratch and figure out exactly how the real estate industry works. Yep. Hopefully you have good connections and mentors or platforms like this that you can learn quickly. And you mentioned there about liquidity a few times. I feel like that's a very important factor for real estate. When you have traditional real estate and you have one house and you've invested all of your money into it, and then you're doing renovations and you're like, okay, I got to sell it. Say you put it up and like no one's buying. It's like you have to find one person that wants to spend millions on the investment, and then you don't really have the liquidity. You're sitting around waiting with stale capital. Using EstateX's platform, how does that work? Say I make investments in multiple real estate deals and properties, and you can just sell them pretty easily, or how is the liquidity compared to traditional real estate?
Yeah, no, I mean, liquidity is really the part, a very, very key factor. We're 100% convinced that if you add liquidity onto an investment platform, that is the key to access a significant share of the market and attract all the investors. Because it's a bit of the holy grail, we call it. Because you have to look at it this way: real estate is a very illiquid market, right? It's a very illiquid market. While what we offer liquidity in multiple ways. Either it's going to be through the secondary marketplace. On our secondary marketplace, you can just put up buy and sell orders, and we work with liquidity providers and market makers so that there's always trade and there's always liquidity possibilities. So that means that you can theoretically own real estate today and sell it tomorrow and earn rental income for a day if you would want to. And the same goes for the instant access to finance through our instant loans. You can loan up to 70% with your real estate tokens as collateral. And that makes it so easy for you that you will be able to access instant finance, leverage your portfolio, and access liquidity also in that way. And then even we're going to make and add liquidity to the platform to make real estate investing, like I said, so liquid that you can pay your groceries with it. So we want to add liquidity in multiple ways. And we truly believe that if you add liquidity to an illiquid market, that's absolutely the key to growth and could be revolutionary for the average individual. And that's what we do it for, right? We want to put the power back in the hands of the average individual and let them create general wealth and get them all the tools. And liquidity is just a big, big part of that. But not only for the average individual, it's also for institutional partners. Let's say they can loan all of a sudden up to 70% of their portfolio, or with tokenization as a service, where they can tokenize their property and then sell just 10 or 20% of their property. So they can get cash flow out of their property immediately for, let's say, a renovation, or they want to just access some cash flow within a property without having to sell in its entirety. So we're a platform that brings liquidity to the market and adds liquidity to all kinds of sectors.
That's incredible. And with that tokenization part that actually brings the liquidity, could you just briefly describe how exactly that works with the blockchain? Is that specific property turned into an NFT, or it's turned into an NFT that goes into 1 million pieces and you could buy a piece of it, or is it in a smart contract? How exactly does it work where you interact with the blockchain to increase the liquidity and add that tokenization?
Yeah, so how this work in the backends, how tokenization work in general, I think it's good if we start there. Is that an asset is put into a special purpose vehicle or just a vehicle in general, and then the shares of that vehicle are tokenized. So that means that a token represents a share of the vehicle that holds the asset. So that means that if you buy a token, that means that you hold or own a part of the company that holds the asset. And how we add liquidity to that is that obviously through the instant loan models and the trading on the secondary marketplace, you're just very easy to trade your real estate tokens with other investors. But at the same time, also put your real estate tokens up for collateral to get and access instant loans. So being able to make it into a token and fractionalize a property, tokenize or fractionalize a property, that's how it's very, very easy and smooth for you to trade that, to switch to other investors, to use it for as a collateral, to trade it on the secondary marketplace, but also to keep it into your wallet, get a check of it, get multiple property tokens in it. So the liquidity possibilities with tokenization are endless.
Now, a big part of the appeal for real estate investors is the passive income, whether it's rental income or other ways that they're making passive income. They don't have to actually actively work for it. Can you explain a little bit? You mentioned there you can get rental income for a short period of time if you just make an investment and then you sell it. How else are you able to sort of get the passive income that you could get in traditional real estate using the new model with EstateX?
Yeah, I mean, it's just you have to see it this way. If you buy a property token, it's just exactly the same that if you would buy a property, but then without all the hassle. Because if you would buy a full property, we know that the buying process could take up to 6 months, the paperwork, the viewings, the negotiations. They have to take care of the property. That you need to hope that you didn't miss anything at the viewing, and that there are leaks or doors don't work or whatever is wrong with the property. So it's just a massive headache to manage that property within yourself. While we hire a management company or we do the management ourselves. So that means that if you buy a token of the real estate property, you don't have all that hassle, but you experience the exact same benefits. So that means that you earn passive income on the rental income. So that means that the rent that is generating, whether that be long term or short term, as a token holder, you have rights to that rental income. And then also the capital appreciation, right? If your property goes up 5% or 10% per year, or you hold it 5 years and get up 20, 30%, then you have the right to that capital appreciation, because it's exactly the same as holding the property, but now in a digital token, but without all the hassle. So the passive income is very easy. You just buy a token, you get all the benefits from it, but you don't have to look at it anymore until you want to do something else with it.
Yeah, no, that's great to hear. And yeah, just thinking about all those headaches of all the checks and 6 months just for one property that you're locked in all of your capital and then it's illiquid. It's like, I feel like 10, 20 years from now, if EstateX continues to be successful and this is the new norm for real estate investing, people will laugh at how bad it used to be, the barriers to entry and how illiquid that real estate used to be.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's exactly what it's going to be. I mean, I say it all the time. We're like at the internet was in the year 1998 or something like that. We're so close to the forefront of a revolution. I mean, blockchain is even called Web3, right? But not only that, it's also, a lot of research and a lot of experts have said that the beginning stages of tokenization, they look at the beginning stages of internet. People laugh a little bit at it. They don't take it as seriously. It will come, or it's just a phase. It will pass. You know what I mean? But all the research is confirmed, and they don't do it for nothing. Even all the big institutions are now, the Bitcoin ETF, the Ethereum ETF is upcoming. But it's all the research confirmed that tokenization is the way that all the asset classes are going digitally. So tokenization is not a matter of if it's gonna happen. It's more a matter of when it's going to happen and when will the mass adoption happen. And EstateX is at the forefront of that revolution. And indeed, like you said, tokenization is going to be the future. It's inevitable. And 20 years from now, we will all laugh and everybody will say, man, how could have I missed it? Where was it all the time? Well, all the time it was in front of our noses.
Definitely, yeah. And no, I feel like there are some major players, some of the biggest players in the world own a lot of real estate. They're definitely going to be interested in this as well and taking advantage of it, especially from the liquidity side. They probably have billions and billions locked up that they could utilize through more players, lowering the barriers to entry. For new people to get in, they could lend them assets. In terms of EstateX and your plan for growth, are you partnering with any major traditional real estate players or other tech players? I'm sure a grassroots effort will also be involved of people that are small real estate investors looking to capitalize on this, but the big players are going to make a big difference as well. So how is your team going along with building partnerships from the traditional world and the new world to help grow your platform?
Yeah, no, I mean, we had severe interest from a lot of big parties, lots of big real estate portfolios here in the Netherlands, but we also have closed deals within Dubai, the UAE, where we're focusing on, the United States, Canada as well. We got interest in South America and also in Asia. We've closed some deals with some property portfolios, and I would want to tell you, we've also closed a deal with a major real estate player. It's one of the biggest real estate players worldwide. We can't say the name because we will announce that next month. So early next month, we will announce the name of that. So I can't say it right now. But this company, sells billions of real estate per year. And not only that, they have billions of their own portfolio. I think worldwide they're operative in 150 plus countries, but worldwide they sell property every 30 seconds. And
Wow.
EstateX is going to be their first tokenization partner. And like I said previously, all the asset classes are going digitally, and us being the first tokenization partner of such a big party, such a big real estate institution, where we are going to be the party that provides the tokenization and provides their assets going digitally, that is huge for the growth of our platform, but it's also huge for them as well. So it's a very fruitful partnership, and it just, it solidifies what we're doing. And not only that, on the tech side, and this I can say, we have a partnership with the biggest company on earth, Microsoft. Actually, I don't know if you read it, but Microsoft overtake Apple as the most valued company on earth right now.
Wow.
And we got a partnership with them as well. So they deliver technology for us. They deliver people for us to work with. We can tap into their ecosystem, into their products. But most of all, we always get support from them. We also have a $175,000 grant from Microsoft, and they really, really believed in us. They've done months of due diligence, and they saw that we are one of the most promising tokenization partners. We also have, for the payment card system, we got a partnership with one of the major card providers. So really, really a tier 1 card provider. We haven't announced it yet, so I also need to keep that private. And furthermore, I mean, we have partnerships with a lot of big investment firms such as GDA Capital, Purvisol, but also regulated entities. We also have, so we have a lot of big partnerships that really add to our ecosystem and the value that we have. And we're really truly grateful that we're in a position that we get recognized by such huge institutional players.
That's very nice to hear. Obviously, Microsoft is amazing partnership to have that technology, and I will have to have your team back next month to hear about this real estate mogul that's joining in with EstateX as well. That's very exciting. I know it's been amazing. We're in. It's been. This is not an overnight project. You mentioned at the beginning you've been working on it for 4 years, but I know that you're on the cusp of some major releases and giveaways. Can you talk about exactly what are the final touches that you and your team are working on right now, and what are the next stages for the main launch?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, there are so many moving components within this project. It's so big, we can go into detail with all the things that we're working on, but then, I'll be still talking within the next 2 days. I mean, you have to imagine we're working on so many different things, such as the licensing, expansion to other countries, the legal side, working with lawyers, our own internal team, the community, properties, the tech that needs to be built, the partnerships, and I could go on and on and on, the payment cards, the liquidity side of things. So I won't get into all of that detail, but we're launching at the end of the month. So at the end of February, we're launching our utility token. And then the week after, we're launching our real estate investment platform with the first property offering. And our utility token actually plays a very, very vital role in our ecosystem. It has a couple of really big demand driving use cases, such as all the transaction fees on the platform are paid in ESX. So that means that there's always a buy pressure on the charts, and with every real estate transaction, the payment/utility token called ESX is always used, and it means that the bigger the platform grows, the more real estate investors we have, the bigger the token also grows along with that, not depending on any market circumstances. And we actually have a very great initiative to please our long-term OG investors within the EstateX family, and that is our pledge platform. And everyone can participate within the pledge platform. It launches next week, and within our pledge platform, actually, we enable investors to be able to buy ESX token through our market maker directly after launch. So you do not have any problems from the sniper bots or whatever. The market maker uses their techniques and their facilitations to buy ESX at the best moment directly after launch. And all the money that is pooled is used to buy ESX directly after launch, and the tokens are distributed to our investors. So you are able also, you and the community of the Crypto Coin Show are able to participate within the pledge platform and make sure that they get the best moment to buy through our market maker at launch. I've never seen a company do this. We're actually the first to have this initiative. So that is what we're really now keen and focusing on, and especially, the launch preparation, the first property offerings, the marketing that comes along with it, and everything else to prepare a very, very successful launch.
Wow, that's very exciting. I'm looking forward to it at the end of the month. It comes quickly, especially in crypto. And as you mentioned at the beginning there's just so many moving parts, which is good to have a comprehensive platform, but it's a lot to manage. And that's why it's taken many years to build up to this point. But that's great to hear about the Pledge platform. I will also link that in the show notes. And you mentioned about the giveaway as well. I wanted to mention that one more time. Maybe you could talk about, is that tied into that, or that's separate and that's also leading up to the launch?
Yeah, it's actually very, very nice that you mentioned that, because we have a huge giveaway going on. We're always thinking about how can we think out of the box? How can we beat our competitors and be different than any other of these regular crypto projects? And a big component of that is that we always see how can we evolve and how can we add the most value to our investors. So like we discussed before, with all the revolutionary financial solutions that we have, bringing the power back into the hands of the investors. Also for the crypto investors, we have something very, very cool going on. And that is that we will be giving away a actual Lamborghini. And I hear a lot of people say, is it real? Are they actually giving away a Lamborghini? I almost can't believe it. But yeah, we will be actually giving away a Lamborghini Gallardo. And next together to this Lamborghini, we will also be giving away a lot more, such as our passive income generating NFTs. So we have NFTs that generate passive income just by holding it of our utility token. So if you hold this NFT, you actually get free passive income of ESX. So this is a great passive income asset. But besides that, we're also giving away MacBooks, iPhones, AirPods, cash prizes, tokens, and much, much more. And we'll actually be recording this the buying of the Lamborghini and driving it to the home of the winner. I will be delivering it together with an EstateX partner, and everything will be documented for everyone to check. So that will be a great, great adventure, and I can't wait to deliver it to the doorstep of the winner.
Very cool. And that sounds like everything that a real estate investor needs. You got your MacBook, you got your Lamborghini, and you're set to go. You got your properties, which are now liquid.
When Lambo, right? When Lambo.
That's awesome. And what is the best way for people to enter into that giveaway before the launch?
Yeah, so it's actually very, very easy. You just go to win.estatex.eu. It's very easy to participate. You just have to do a few tasks. We have a system with the more tasks you complete, the more raffles you have, and the bigger the chance of winning a Lamborghini. So that means that everyone, no matter your credit rating, no matter your financial background or your influence, your social media power, everyone can participate and have a chance to win this Lamborghini, no matter where you're from, which country. Very simple. Go to win.estatex.eu to participate, and you'll be all set to have a chance to win this Lamborghini.
That's great to hear, Bart. I'll be getting my raffle tickets for that Lamborghini. It's pretty cool. And now also leading up to the main launch of the token launch and the real estate investment platform, what is the best way for people to follow along in which communities to make sure that they don't miss those deadlines and they can get in on day one?
Yeah, so I mean, we're very, very communicative with our audience. We're very transparent, and we always keep people posted and post very, very 3-weekly, 2-weekly updates within our community. So I would definitely advise to go to a Telegram community. We have a very active and unique Telegram community of over 25,000 people. I mean, I can't praise the EstateX family enough and what they do. It's a very highly educated community, so it's not like the regular Moonboy community or when launched, when you see that. It's really they're having very interesting discussions about all kinds of things, mostly about EstateX, of course, seeing how they what's going on, how they can develop the project, their thoughts on it. So there are always people there to help. I'm very active there. My co-founder is very active there, and obviously we have a team to always answer your questions. We're posting there very, very regular updates. Over 25,000 people in it. And besides that, definitely go to our website as well, estatex.eu. and join the whitelist there. So you'll be automatically subscribed to our email list. So you'll also receive all of our updates and exclusive news via email. And besides that, we're very active on our socials, Twitter, Instagram, and all the other things that we're posting on Reddit. So make sure to follow all the socials to always keep involved. And I hope to see you guys there.
Sounds great, Bart. And I can leave a link in the show notes to the pledge, to the giveaway for the Lambo, to the protocol and the Telegram, and all the other socials as well. I'm looking forward to the upcoming launch of the platform and of the token. And I would love to follow up with you and the team when we get closer to that point. It's right around the corner, but I want to see how it goes. And then from there, this is really just the beginning of revolutionizing real estate as a whole to a multi-year process that, as I said, 10 to 20 years from now, we'll be looking back at real estate and laughing at how inefficient it used to be. I'm really looking forward to these advancements that EstateX is putting into the industry. So thank you so much for the information today, the links, and let's definitely follow up in the near future.
Yeah, thank you, Ashton. Much appreciated your time. It's always a pleasure to speak in front of your audience. I've heard very, very great things, like I said in the beginning, about your audience. And indeed, like you said, within 10, 20 years, we'll be laughing at how crazy it was and how outdated the real estate sector was. And I mean, the potential that we have with all the revolutionary financial solutions that I've earlier mentioned, which really can transform the banking industry, the lending industry, the ownership industry, the investing industry, and all the researchers confirm that what we do is really revolutionizing, that all the big asset classes worth trillions of dollars are going this way. And we are at the forefront. So we really see this growing into a unicorn, a billion-dollar company. You know, we always say we want to be the Coca-Cola or the Apple of tokenization. So that's what we're going for. It was a pleasure to speak here and do my story. And I hope to be here back very, very soon.